Okay, Donna, we'll watch this in slow motion. Remember, we talked about this before, to have your left arm folded up by your waist, because he's a big dog, and if you don't do that, it kind of is right by his head, so he doesn't, it's kind of in his way. So that way he can look at you and be in proper heel position all the time, and you can swing your arm naturally, which is what is supposed to happen. And instead you end up not swinging your arms at all, and it kind of ends up looking funny. So when you do this first about it's a right turn, you get to the corner and you end up going up there and almost stopping and kind of waiting for him and then going. And it kind of doesn't look smooth. So you need to smooth that out a bit. When you're walking that, think about pushing a cart at Walmart and you want to go down an aisle. So you look down the aisle and you go. And that's how you want to walk it with your dog. See how you do that kind of pause? Like you want to get him to come with you, so you kind of almost pivot on that left foot. So you need to smooth that out. And and you kind of almost are like, waiting for him to come around with you instead of just going. When you do speed change, you want to cue the dog with your body. And when you go into a slow, you want to kind of lean back. And that's going to cue the dog to slow down. And it looks like you actually lean forward a little bit. So if you lean back, that's going to cue the dog that you're going into a slow. And he'll slow his pace, and then take a couple steps to ease into it, and then go. And then when you come out of it, you're going to lean forward slightly and start speeding up your pace. And then obviously do the reverse when you go into the fast. You're going to lean forward slightly and then speed up. And then when you go back to the normal, you're going to ease back a little bit and then start walking. The other thing is, he's a big dog. If you can walk faster, that's just going to be to your advantage. He watches you nicely, and you guys do a good job. You just need to clean up your handling. Whenever you do figure 8, you never want to start that far back, because you're never gonna. All this is wasted judging time. You want to start probably right about there, You want to set up right about there to start your figure 8, because that's way too far back. And when you start your figure 8, you want to always go to the inside first, because if you go to the outside, he has all the speed, and if you watch him on your first inside, he has all the speed coming in, and he has a hard time dumping it to slow down. So you always want to start him slow on the slow side, and then take him to the fast side. Let's see if I can erase all these lines now. How do I do that? I know there's a way. There we go. Okay, I knew I'd done it before. Okay, so back to this. Maybe? There we go. Okay, so you're coming around here, and he does a pretty good job. He goes wide there. And see how you have a hard time with that, because he's forging because he had all the speed. And then when you walk a figure 8, you want to treat it as an X with two, whoops, it's going to be, maybe I can't draw. With 2 arcs on it. Okay, so you're going to walk down an arc and down an arc. Okay, and when you're walking it, you're walking you're in a constant state of curving. So it's really hard for the dog to stay in heel position when you're always on a curve. So you're never straight, so he's always having to curve. And the arcs are supposed to be equal on both sides and about an arm's length from the post. So if you stick your arms out and walk around them, that's about how far they're supposed to be. Okay, when you do your finish, you can either do a voice command or a hand signal. You can't do both, so you need to pick one. If he's more responsive to your voice, do your voice. If he's more responsive to your hand, do your hand. But you can't do both. You're going to get it's not an NQ, but you're going to get a 0, whereas for a crooked state, you probably would have gotten a point off on that rather than 3. So, you need to pick one. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's really good. You guys look good. You just need to work on your handler stuff, and I can give you lots of tips. I just think you would benefit a lot from a few lessons. Let me know what you think.